What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sit Down with Sid podcast. This is episode number 3, season 3. Once again, I have Steve and David back on the podcast, and we have a lot of things to discuss. So, why don't we start with, guys, the Trump's failed assassination attempt? I mean, this is crazy, right? So, who would have thought in 2024, after 35 years, when I think it was Reagan who was shot in 1981, an attempt on his life, and now we have 2024 Trump. So, guys, I want your take on this. What do you think? And then I'm also going to play the video of the shooting for 2 minutes that I have here. Do
you want to start out with that video?
Yeah, let's do that. Why don't we do that so our audience knows what we are talking about? Okay. All right. So guys, this is the video and let's play.
No sound.
So I want to play the whole part because I have a lot of questions for you guys here. Okay. Now, okay. What's going on, man? What's up with this? I was so shocked when this happened. So either one of you can take it away from here and tell us what do you think of this?
Dave, go on.
Steve, the conspiracy guy. We hear this first.
Go ahead, Steve.
Let's go.
All right, let's just start with this guy was 430 yards away, 30 feet away. That's a football field. They saw the shooter 45 seconds before the shot went off. I can yell across a football field, and most of us can. Any of our military snipers, they're hitting a shot from 2,000 feet with no problem. How does this guy miss? And the first shot was the one that connected to the ear. Then 3 shots went while Trump stood there for 1.5 seconds before he got dropped to the ground. That's why I didn't like the video. If you heard the shots fired, that first shot fired, he was standing erect for 1.5 seconds. How didn't the second, third, or fourth shot connect before he dropped, unless it was by design? And they missed on purpose, snipped them on purpose.
So that's your take, Dave.
That's my
I will
take.
go after. I'll go after you, Dave. Go for it.
All right. Well, let's just start right at the shooter. The shooter's 20 years old. Um, he was picked on at school. He had thick glasses, so that's possibly why he missed. Um, how he got to the rooftop and everything else, that's to be discussed and try to figure out. But from all the reports and everything, he's the shooter. I don't think it was one side or the other going into any conspiracies. I'm just going a logical way of thinking. This kid was bullied, so maybe he wanted to get his name out there. That's why he became the shooter. That's why he decided to do this. Um, the shots fired, they say he was disrupted. Now, the kid wears glasses. Maybe his glasses fell off. Maybe he jumped up, something like that. That's why he missed the shots. There could be many reasons. You don't know how his psychological thing is, I believe if it was going into a conspiracy, either one side or the other, there wouldn't be a guy shot and killed. Two other people get critically wounded. The shooter would have been a professional that made sure they got the shot done. Things like that. I believe it's not a conspiracy. There was just a major security breakdown. Now, for what reason that security breakdown was, I don't know. If it was done on purpose or not, we'll figure that out over time. Right now, the way the world is, everybody had to have cameras up. So if everybody sends in all their footage and everything, they'll eventually clip everything together and have everything done and figured out. They'll know where every single secret agent was at the time. Um, Plus, they got to look at how they planned all this stuff. Because if it was in view of the podium, it should have been protected by the Secret Service. It shouldn't have been protected by local law enforcement, which they're saying that building was. But they're also saying Secret Service agents were in that building on that second floor. So there's a lot of investigation still to be done. You can't jump to a conclusion saying one side did it and the other side. These conspiracy theories that why even would Trump's side do this? He was way in the lead. There was no way he's losing. And now this happens, and we hear possibly Biden's dropping out. Everybody's going against Biden. The 2/3 of the Democrats are against Biden right now, and that's crazy.
I agree. Steve, do you have anything to add to that before I give my views on this?
I don't 100% disagree with Dave. He's got some good points in there, but 8 years. They wanted Trump dead when he ran the first time. Never even got close. How'd they get within a football field of him? And
It's just
how,
mind-boggling.
in 45 seconds after they saw the shooter, not that far away from him, did he not get put on the ground?
Well, it's
And if the
funny.
All
Secret
right.
Service allowed that to happen by design, which is my stance on this, he wasn't supposed to die. That shooter clipped his ear on purpose to make him a martyr. And now Trump is a literal saint. He can do no wrong. He's like in God mode. He's an auto elect. There's no way. Like Biden's about to drop out of the race. Juicy just said it. Like it's
He's getting ready to
where
drop
we're at
out.
right now. He locked it with this. And now if anything happens to him, we got a problem. A big problem.
So, Steve, my question would be, how did the shooter come about then?
How
Who
does she
hired
get a
him?
ladder on a building?
Oh, no, hold on,
No,
guys.
no, 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 no. But to go
Before you
into this
ask,
conspiracy, as in the shooter took shots at the president, where did they get the shooter from?
hold on. I like this debate. I want to talk about this, but I also want to share this video with the audience as well. As you guys mentioned, that how did the shooter, like, how did the Secret Service 45 seconds before could not stop him? This is mind-boggling. Check this out, and let's see. Here we go.
You need to get like volume.
Well, yeah, I seen this video. There's no volume to it. There's a major communications problem because they say local law enforcement was
But
in
see,
that area.
the people will tell them, hey, there is a shooter on the roof.
Yeah, but what the reports are saying is that the local law enforcement did not have direct communication with Secret Service. So for them to transfer one message to one person and then they had have to transfer it to another, uh, they should have had direct contact.
Should have. He's right.
Secret Service should have been looking at that roof. The way I think about it is, if you're standing at the podium, Secret Service should stand at the podium, take out their binoculars, and see absolutely every vantage point there is. That would be the logical thing. And
100%.
from that view, they would know everything they have to look at and survey. How that person got to that roof is, never
It
should have
seems
even
like,
happened. It
yeah, I
should have
mean,
never happened. And there's even reports that people saw and reported the guy over 3 minutes prior.
yeah, I mean, listen, I agree. This should have not happened at all. And it clearly shows a breach in the security, no matter what you say. But the whole thing is, I mean, as you said, the shooter was spotted. So, like, if you look at the ABC News, they actually showed this clip. I'm going to play, okay? Look at this.
Yeah. And there's going to be a lot more videos that come out like that because everybody has cameras. And that's why I say, give it a little bit and we're going to get all the footage of that person walking up that building, climbing up that building, everything.
Yeah, but
There has to be video of everything.
so my
In
question to
this
both of
age,
you,
there's video everywhere.
right? But my question to both of you is, there were two Secret Service snipers on the roof on the other side. They had a clear view. And I've been reading and I heard Don Bongino, who is a former Secret Service agent who was on the presidential Secret Service for President Obama. He said that how come they did not see him? If they saw him, why did they not take the shot? Like, why? The question is, I understand this thing, but Trump should have never been allowed to go up on the stage to begin with. If he did not tilt his head by 15 degrees, that AR-15 shot in the back of the head on the right side is fatal, 96% mortality rate. And he fired actually 4 shots before he was killed. One shot hit the firefighter, 50-year-old, who passed away. 2 shots hit 2 other people who were critically injured but are stable. And 1 shot clipped Trump's ear. And then after that, so the shooter shot 4 shots before he was taken down by the snipers. The question is, man, can you imagine?
Down by the Secret Service, the first shot connected. 3 other shots followed before he got pulled down.
Yeah. So the thing is, how come? I don't know. This whole thing, it's just like a movie scene. We see it in movies and so forth. I mean, I was shocked, I was like, and I did not move from the TV that day, the screen, on Saturday. And I was like, wow. And you know what? Listen, they've been after his life since 2015 from the time he walked down the elevators at the Trump Towers, as Steve said. But my question is, how the hell you supposed to protect? Secret Service is to protect the presidents and former presidents and their family members. How can you fail one of the most hated man in the world, especially from the Muslim nations? I don't know if you heard that intel came that Iran wanted to assassinate Trump. So because he killed Soleimani. So I mean, I don't know, man. I'm completely out of words. It's just like I cannot believe this, but it happened. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's a security breach? Do you think it's fair enough for Secret Service to blame the local authorities because they said the local authorities were responsible for the outside perimeter? I don't know. It feels very dirty. What do you guys think?
Dave, you
Well,
want to go first? You want me to go first?
yeah, I'll go. I'll go.
Go ahead.
Well, it does smell a little fishy. Uh, very fishy, actually. But there's a lot of reports that I've been listening to. And just like defunding the police, there was defunding of the Secret Service. So they had less money for the security. They said there should have been a lot more security than there was. Was it local law enforcement's fault? No, it's Secret Service's fault. They're supposed to protect the president. The local, they're supposed to help, yes, but the Secret Service is 100% responsible. Um, Now with DEI and things like that, is it lack of training of the Secret Service people?
Yeah.
And that's another question. Um, Also reports that, like I said before, the Secret Service were in the building. We're on the second floor. Supposedly, they were supposed to be on the roof.
Right.
Now, was there another communication failure, not telling the other snipers that that sniper team was no longer on the roof? I don't know that information. Um, did that sniper see that person and didn't see the weapon in their hands, or thought the weapon was something else? Now he didn't want to fire because you know how the world is. If he did fire and say it was a sandwich in his hand, that guy's done for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Even though he thought it might have been a weapon. So there's a lot of things that are going into this.
Right. Steve.
The Secret Service is one of our most powerful agencies, and they've been on point. They had to protect Obama. They had to protect Bush Jr. They had to protect Clinton, Bush Sr., Reagan, who also got shot, Biden, and Trump, who was probably is our most controversial president ever. Now, I don't believe that in it for a second. All right, there's some nations that hate Trump. Fine. No one's going to be loved worldwide. But Trump has a cult following here. And after getting shot at, he owns the next election. And if he's looking to exterminate term limits
Right.
and run again, oh, he's got a nice foothold to do that too. Which doesn't that kind of make us a dictatorship because he already served one term? This would be his second.
Right.
What if he runs again? What if he exterminates term limits? He does own the chief justices too. A lot of things have changed over the last 8 years. A lot of things that have swayed our country possibly in one direction or another based on party lines.
I mean, I did hear that, about the third presidency term. My question to you is, do you think it should be allowed? Is it good for the country I mean, that's a whole constitutional change, I mean, that is something that has never happened. So it's like rewriting the whole constitution law for presidency terms. So, I mean, being American citizens here, what are your concerns, if there is any, on the third term presidency, if that was to allow? And say, for example, if Trump wins now and he's allowed to run again in 2028.
Correct.
We
So
don't even have to talk about this because it's not going to happen. This is all a crock of shit. There's
mean,
not
that's
going to
your
be.
yeah, but that's your opinion and view. Anything can happen. If freaking Trump can get shot in 2024.
Yeah, but no, Trump is not going to be that dictator, which everybody's saying, and throwing up, making sure that he runs again. He doesn't want that. He's trying to get a succession behind him. That's why he's uniting the party and everybody's backing him. He doesn't want to keep going and going. If we're talking dictators, we're talking Biden. He's the dictator. He's the one that made you inject stuff into your arms or you're going to get fired. You had to wear masks.
Well, I can give
We
you a
had to
pushback
walk
on
around.
that, Dave. I can give you a pushback on that. I am not
No,
I'm not a Democrat, but there are people like Wajahat Ali, other people who are pro Cheng, who can give you a very good pushback, because they think, now this is what the left thinks. They think January 6th insurrection was caused by Trump, which is, first of all, I'm going to take that back. First of all, for the last 4 to 6 years, they've been comparing Trump to Hitler, which in my eyes is wrong, because Hitler killed 12 million people, including 6 million Jews, right? And I went to Auschwitz personally, and the energy there is so different, so dark. Like, you feel sorry, like, how can some human being do this to others, right? Trump did not kill.
Dachau was the actual one that did the most damage. More
Yeah,
people
but
were killed in Dachau than Auschwitz.
yeah, but my question to you is, Trump did not kill anyone. Yes, the January 6th insurrection, I would to some extent agree that Trump played a part in it, not directly, but indirectly, by his speech, by his demeanor, and so forth. So I don't want to blame Biden completely. I don't want to blame Trump. I think both parties should share somewhat of the responsibility of creating all this dangerous rhetoric that's going on in the political world.
I agree with that.
I do too.
So,
and I don't think Biden's any form of dictator. The guy can't even tie his own shoes.
Well, the reason I'm saying that is, when you think dictator, you start going into Germany, show me your papers. When I went, we had COVID. What did we have to do? We had to show our papers to go somewhere. Show me your COVID. Did you get your shot?
I'd like to piggyback on that because I'm unvaxxed, and Pfizer won't be putting that poison in my body because COVID's been done for a minute. It was an attack. Whether you agree with me or not, that's fine. It was
repeat that again.
Whether it was an attack.
By who?
It was by design. It was done. I don't know. Could be Germany, could be China, could be us. I'm not sure. Probably all three working together. Possibly other nations too. It had a huge economic impact. A lot of things changed quickly. So I'm not sure what the initial reason for doing it was. I mean, I kind of know, but I can't. It's so cryptic. No one can put a finger on it.
Yeah.
Even till this day, we don't know who started it. We can throw blame around, but then we're just Facebook, which is bullshit.
Right. So, Dave, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah. Also, saying pushing towards electric cars. You must own an electric car. Well, you will not be able to buy an electric car after 2035. correct? So, yeah, what other government forces their people to buy only what they want them to buy?
Thank you for that, Dave.
So I want to
So,
ask.
do
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
see where I'm saying that Biden is more of a dictator than Trump will ever be or ever was? Because Trump never was.
Right.
Never said he was. But looking to
Well,
run longer, be in office longer. Yeah, he wants to run the
But
country as
it's
long as
not
he
going
can.
to happen. How old is this guy? No, he's going to run these last 4 years and then he's going to enjoy his life afterwards.
As
let's hope.
popular as he is right now, he's
Yes.
literally achieved God status right now. I mean, you can pull the American people right now. 2/3 of our country right now look at Trump as the next coming. He took a bullet. He was a leader. He was our leader. They still reference him in every conversation as our president. He's not. Facts. Biden is our president, whether we like it or not. I
Well,
don't like it, but
Biden even calls him our vice president. So,
he actually should, because Trump is more of a vice president than Biden's a president. Agreed. But facts is he's not president right now. In November, he will be.
So
well,
my
Not
January.
now.
my question to you is, I want to go back here to the shooting part. This conspiracy that's going on, that this was staged by the right wing, this was staged by Trump, which I find completely nonsensical. First of all,
Yeah,
like
that's
like who would want to play with bullets? But my question to you is, I know, Steve, you had this agenda too. You thought this was staged. We had this conversation the other day. Where you think?
Mhm.
So I want to take both sides of you. I want to take your side, why you think it was staged, and then I want to listen to Dave on his thing, on his views, if it was staged or not. Because I think it's a good thing to have this debate, because there are a lot of people in this country itself, forget the world, who think like you think, and there are a lot of people in this world, in this country, like me, Dave, other people, red people, who think, you know what, this was an attack, not staged. So I want to start with you, Steve. Why do you think it was staged? Just give us your reasoning here.
For the record, I'm not saying I'm right, but if my dad was a hunter
Right.
and I went out hunting with him at 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, I know right now I can hit a bullseye from 2,000 feet.
Okay.
And probably my daughter, if my father grabbed the rifle
Yeah.
and was so inclined, he could do it too. So this isn't a far shot. This is the length of a football field, goalpost to goalpost, 435 feet, I think it was. There are anyone can make this shot. It's not a difficult shot. You could do
Right.
it with a bow. I can do it with one of my compound bows. Not even a gun, with a bow and arrow
Yeah.
from 3 times the distance. How this got the first shot was intended to clip. The next 3 were fodder. Then he hit the ground. That's when now more shots were fired.
But
More
Steve,
people were harmed.
how do you know how to clip the top part of the ear, not the whole ear, just the top part, which is so close to the freaking brain? You get, and guess what? He was 400 foot away, 130 to 150 yards. It's not that he's like a foot away where he can like take an aim and he's going to only aim the side of the ear. I mean, you also have to, like, we're trying to be here logical here as well. Like, how is that possible? I mean, you just said, your dad, for example, took you for hunting and so forth.
No, my
How
dad
is,
never took me hunting.
no,
I'm saying if I did have a
yeah,
father that went hunting,
Right.
I'd know how to use a rifle at 10 years old, and I'd be able to hit from 1,000 feet away. This guy was at 400 feet with a scope. That scope, you can put a bullet through his eyeballs.
Yeah.
Like there was no excuse for him missing unless
Right.
he missed intentionally. He clipped them. Now, could it have gone wrong? Absolutely. Could he have missed and hit him right in the head and killed him? Possibly. But I think the goal was to clip him and make it not kill him,
Right.
clip him, and now the whole world is behind Trump. Everyone's behind him. He's now a martyr. He is now trying to bring America back, and we tried to kill him. Whether I agree with any of that or not, it was done by design. It had to be, because the Secret Service, who's protected him for 8 years through way worse situations, all of a sudden, when he's about to win anyway, drops the ball? Come on. Really? The Secret Service dropped the ball right now at one of the most crucial moments in our country's history.
Yeah, the
Really?
timing.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Dave.
All right. If you were going to clip the president, if this was his side, he would have been shot in the shoulder. He would have been shot in the arm. He wouldn't have gotten for the ear. The ear's too close to the brain where you could do major damage if you shift it over to it. It's definitely not Trump saying, fire at me. We're okay. Conspiracy theory. Yeah, they dropped security thinking something was going to happen. And they let whatever happen happen. I don't think they planned the shooter, because if they planned the shooter, they would have got a professional shooter. They wouldn't have gotten a 20-year-old, which how did they get? Both sides of the story, just so this doesn't come up, the kid was a registered Republican, but he also donated money to Biden. Yes, it was only $15, but it was still a donation to Biden.
It
Just
was a
like
liberal.
saying he was
It
a
was Act
registered
Blue campaign.
Republican, did he actually go and vote? He might have been just registered because his parents were registered. I'm just telling both sides of the stories so people don't go, hey, you're saying only he donated to Biden
Well
campaign.
executed answer, Dave.
It's $15. People are bringing up $15. Who knows what that $15 meant to the kid? I don't know how much money he had, even if he had a job or anything like that, where $15 might have been a lot to him, and he wanted to donate to Biden. And since he wanted to make a name for himself, went out and did this assassination attempt on Trump. I don't think that the actual attempt was planned, but the lax in security could be planned, where they would let something happen if something was happening. The secret security people that were on the stage, great job. Automatic human shield. They jumped on top of them. They kept them down for 50 seconds, almost a minute. You heard shooter was down. Should have they got him out faster after that? I believe they should, but Trump is a bigger guy and he's a strong guy, so he's able to muscle himself around and pump his fist in the air. If it was Biden, on the other hand, I think the Secret Service could have easily carried him to the vehicle instantly. Unlike Trump, he did fight to get his arm up there and tell the people, hey, here, I'm alive. I'm still going to fight for you. We're going to fight for the country, and we're going to keep on going.
So I have this question about the three chants when he got up and he said, fight, fight, fight. Some people are taking this out of context that he's trying to create another war within the people, more division by saying fight, fight, fight. That's the rhetoric from the left, you know. In your eyes, you know, from both of you, when he said fight, 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 to me, I think that movement, that moved me completely, you know. I wasn't going to vote, but guess what? If you try to kill a person who loves his country, who is doing all this for his country, he doesn't need to do this, man. He's got plenty of money to chill out and play golf all day long, all year long. But if you're trying to kill a human being who is someone's husband, father, grandfather, just for some political violence, some nonsense rhetoric from the left and the right both, like, it's time for people to wake up. You know, it's a wake-up call, you know. You don't need enemies to destroy your country when you have enemies within your country. And to me, United States has more enemies within than outside. That's my perception and my views. So what do you guys think? What do you take the
Wait, I
fight,
think the
fight,
wrong
fight?
person's wearing a tinfoil hat at this point.
No.
That's-
My question is, Steve, I'll start with you. When he said fight, 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 I also played that in the video when we played the first video of Assassination with them. What does that do to you, and what does that resonate to you?
It does resonate a work together, which we need to do. We're divided. We're divided on, I can list the issues, and we're talking gender, race, everything. We're fighting each other, even though in many cases we all agree. We're still friends, but we're listening to the news. We're listening to the media twist, which is why I love that video you sent me the other day that showed just a soldier talking about what happened, how it happened, how to get a ladder to the building, how did they see him 45 seconds a football field away and couldn't contact local law enforcement, anybody, or scream out. I mean, I can scream the length of a football field easily. How didn't they get a warning to our leader 45 seconds before they saw the shooter and and that first bullet took off? It doesn't make sense. In this country, with our Secret Service, our government, and our military, how did that happen? It doesn't make sense. No one should be getting that close to a potential candidate. And
I agree.
tell me I'm wrong.
Dave,
Well,
what did the when
see
you
this
heard
right
fight,
here?
fight? Yeah, I know.
You know what this is? This is the American flag. What does the American flag represent? It represents the unity of 50 states, correct? Now, when you go to a Trump rally, you go to a Republican rally, what do you see? You see American flags everywhere. Everybody's holding them.
100%.
Everybody's unite them. Go to a Democratic Party. How many American flags you see? You'll probably see 6 behind the podium. And then you'll look out in the crowd, and then you'll see maybe 10, 15 random other flags, not American flags.
But rainbow, LGBTQ.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying random other
I'm not
flags.
disagreeing with them either.
Whatever they may be, they're not American
But the
flags.
Democratic end
They're
has
all
a different agenda.
separated. So
The blue has a different
who
agenda.
are we looking at as being the separated party? The separated party are the Democrats. All the Republicans, they want to unite. If you look outside now, you'll see more cars with flags on them. I was surprised I was wearing this hat yesterday there was 3 people that stopped their car as I was on the side of the road, and they said, "Great hat, Trump." Never had that before. They
Yeah.
stopped their car, and it felt good. You know, you weren't going to be attacked. It's
Why should you
you're
be?
safe.
Why should you be for representing what you believe? You should never be attacked for that.
Well,
My
that's
beliefs, I'm not saying are correct.
I'm
I
not
feel
saying that, but
I'm feeling that
when
this
when
was
you
done by design. I'm also not saying that Trump deserved to get shot at. He didn't. That's wrong. I'm not saying that you go to any blue rally, oh God, there's a bunch of rainbow flags and stuff. I'm not saying that I'm against the LGBTQ. I am saying that this was an attack on America. And Trump happened to be the one standing in the way.
but
He
but
took
but the
that bullet.
question isn't about the attack anymore. It's about the unity. Who's uniting us? And Trump's the person that's uniting us.
But is it by under false pretense?
Under false pretense of what?
If that was done by design and that shot was meant to miss and clip his ear and not kill him,
So that's
it
going to
was by
unite us
design. So
even more.
now we are further fighting each other instead of fighting the problem. The problem is what our government's doing, what they're doing, and how they're doing it. And it's been done for over a minute. I'm
Well,
looking-
if we take this conspiracy out, and
It
you
goes
think
back
as a
to the
logical
beginning of time.
person, what do you think? Trump didn't do it. It wasn't. It was just a shooter. It was an attempt on his life, and there's no conspiracy behind it. How do you
So
feel
you're
now?
just behind some random 20-year-old got up on a roof and shot at Trump and somehow got in the perimeter of Secret Service.
Yeah, and you
It's hard
said
to
Riddle me
believe.
he
this.
should have made the shot with no problem, but
It's
he
hard
could
to
clip
believe.
an ear,
That's my
and
point.
President Trump would say, "Hey, it's okay. Take a shot really close to my head. Make sure you clip my ear."
And he
I
stood
don't
there
care.
for a
I
minute,
wouldn't
for a
do that,
second and a half.
even with a professional SEAL Team 6 sniper. I would not say, "Hey, clip me in the ear." I'd say, "Dude, shoot me in the shoulder, hit me in the arm." It looks like an assassination attempt, not the ear.
A SEAL
You're
sniper can hit that
completely
ear easy.
wrong, and it's disgusting, to be honest with you, because a person got killed. 2 people got killed because the shooter got killed also. So that's 2 people that died in this thing, and 2 people
And they were
that got
innocent.
critically injured.
They were innocent.
Yes.
But
I'm not saying
they
the
took a
shooter was
bullet.
innocent.
They
I'm
took
saying
a
he still
bullet
got
as a
killed.
result.
So 2 people got killed as a
Yeah.
result of this,
2
and
innocent
2
people
people
died
critically
as a
injured.
result of this. That's
And
not
Trump said,
okay.
"It's okay. Shoot me in the ear." And we're
Would you
good.
call
We're
the
gonna
shooter
kill you.
innocent? I would not call a 20-year-old who knows what he's doing, who has bomb making stuff in his house, who has ammunition in his car. Forget if he didn't have that. He went prepared. So to me, I would never consider him innocent in any grounds. He knew what he was doing.
No,
He
he's
wanted
not
to.
innocent at all.
So this is not an innocent life. This is someone who, first of all, should have never got out in his car, should have never taken gun from his father, because he told his father that I'm going hunting. And I mean, listen, it's the trust factor, but he had stuff in his house, he has no social media. His social media all clean slate. How is that possible? The Secret Service and the FBI washing the crime scene the same day after he was shot. Things don't add up. You understand my point? It's not
Nothing makes sense.
So hold on. With this, who runs the Secret Service and the FBI right now?
I'll explain. The FBI is a separate
but
entity which is
who runs it? It's the Democrats.
Depart.
It's Biden.
Yeah, of course.
So
of course.
how would Trump do a cover up right now, Steve, with the FBI and the Secret Service being under Biden? Trump didn't hire the Secret Service. The Secret Service detail is given to him by Biden.
Why?
Because that's their job to protect him.
Because he's an ex-president.
Yeah.
Yes.
If he wasn't an ex-president,
RFK should have a
that would have never
one
happened.
too, because he's a candidate.
Correct.
Even if Trump wasn't an ex-president, he's a candidate. He should have Secret Service, and he did. But the detail is given to him by who?
Of course, the House.
It's given to him by the Democrats.
Yes,
By
sir.
who they select
He's
to
not
send
wrong.
to him.
Hmm.
So
Well-
how can Trump now you say, hey, clip my ear, the Secret Service will do this? No, it's definitely not that Trump right side clip my ear trying to make me look like God. That conspiracy theory is done with, as I am concerned, not even feasible.
So I have a question for you guys. So what do you think about the Secret Service Director Kim Cheatle taking full responsibility and refusing to resign and open her mouth? Before you give me your opinion, I want to share this video with you where she
Can we have
takes...
sound this time, buddy?
There is sound. What do you mean?
Good.
There is sound. Okay.
There wasn't in the
We
last
don't get
three.
sound coming over to us.
Okay.
Thank
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, we don't get no sound, Sid.
You got no sound, buddy. Click the unmute button. Especially on this is all talking. We need to hear it.
So you cannot hear anything?
Nope. Not at
No.
all. Not at all.
You could not hear anything from any videos that I
Nope.
that I
No,
played?
Not
no.
one. Not one.
Oops. That should not happen. Let me figure it out. But till I figure that out, why don't you guys...
Well,
What is
Well,
your take
basically
on...
with the director,
Mhm.
I think she should resign.
Agreed.
She should have had, like I said, a full detailed report on that. Everything should be covered. It's a ex-president. It's 100% their responsibility. It's not local law enforcement. Within their view, they should be covering everything. Now, if it was completely hidden a mile away, I mean, we all watched the movie Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. They do that whole investigation of where, a shooter could set up and things beforehand. And that's what should be done at every rally, everywhere. Maybe I think Trump should get the next Pope Mobile, call it the Trump Mobile, cruise around the city in his personal Pope Trump Mobile and have speakers on it and just blare away that way.
Dave, you're not wrong. And I'm just... Damn, I lost train of thought. That's my bad. I'm just going to say that right now, this
Put your
is a
camera up a little
game
bit, Steve.
changer. My volume's fully up. Yeah, this is a
No,
game.
no. I just didn't want to see your chest hair.
I apologize for that. Either which way, right now, Trump's a shoo-in. He's already won the election. He won the election before the election happened. You want my opinion on Biden? He's a senile retard. He shouldn't even be running. He's not capable of getting through his own day, let alone running the greatest country in the world.
Yeah, but what do you think about the Secret Service lady? You think she should resign?
She didn't belong there in the first place.
All right.
I mean, this is Secret Service. You want to know what our military ops, our wet work does? Well, we're America. Really bad shit happens every day around the world. And this is what we do. So, but we never hear about that. It's never going to be released. You're never going to know what we do. This is part of that. If they wanted him dead, he would have been dead. I'm going to tell you straight up, I could have put 2 shots right into his eye sockets from that distance with 4 shots to spare.
But
There's no
like I
way.
said,
There's no way this kid missed him.
but like I said,
shot
you
without
don't know what happens when it comes to he got disrupted, his psychological mind at that point. You're swaying really quick. You're moving. You want to try to get the shot off really quick. Like you saw, the kid had glasses. His vision wasn't the best.
Nope.
His glasses might have fell off. It could have been a number of things. He might have not been just lined up, ready to take the shot.
People
Boom, take the
yelling
shot.
could have disrupted his shot.
You know.
He could have been looking at things around him. Yes, yes.
So you can't say you would have made that shot 100% because there could have been a lot of things environmentally, wind, stuff like that. Something hit a branch, something stupid. It could be an act of God. You'll never know. That threw off
But
the initial
wait.
shot
Actually,
and
Juice,
made him shoot again.
Dave,
You know?
I do know because we play the billiards game. And our focus when people are
Yes.
around is key. Come
Yes,
on.
and
I
there you
disrupt
go,
your
Steve.
game like it's my
The
job.
shot. Hold on. The shot that you said you can make from 10 feet away. Imagine sitting there on the pool table. The ball is 1 foot from the pocket. The cue ball is 1 foot from that in a straight line. What do you say? There is absolutely no way you miss, and you miss the shot.
Derp, it happens. But
Yes.
I know how to ignore what's going on around me.
But you still missed the shot.
I never said I was good at the game.
No. I'm just saying. So there's a chance of something happening within that second that made him miss that shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which is more plausible than him trying to shoot Trump's ear as to clip him. No,
But that's
a
a way
clip
to get
shot
it.
would
That's
be,
a way to make it
as
work.
I said, a shoulder or an arm shot.
But
That's
a
how
headshot
anybody
carries
in the
more weight.
military would do it. There was no way that if somebody's going to do a clip shot, it's going to be right around the head.
One of our military snipers could have clipped his earring out, and that's it.
Yes, but they would have never took the chance. They would have
never
just
been
shot
on
him
that
in the
roof.
shoulder.
No one
or
with a
the
brain
arm.
was going to go on that roof. Some scapegoat was on that roof. Someone that was going to take the fall for shooting at Trump. He died a martyr. Well, for the wrong end. And the fact he spent $15 on Biden's campaign, I tip $15 each night when I buy a drink.
But this is what I'm saying. You know, people are saying this $15. You don't know what this $15 meant to this kid. But like I'm saying, the first thing that the media put out was that he signed up as a Republican. All right. That's the first thing he put out. So that's why I put out he signed up as a Republican and donated to Biden. And I told you the dollar amount, which I could have not even told you, which now you don't know. But I told you it was $15. Just like him being a registered Republican doesn't mean that he was actually a registered Republican. Did he actually go out and vote? No, he could have just registered as he did, but he never voted because his parents could have been Republicans. Am I not right?
He could have given away $15 and said, "Oh, look, I'm blue."
But that's why I'm giving you both sides.
Correct.
So we don't know what he actually was.
Yeah, I have no idea. We
Exactly.
not, and by the way, Dave,
And that's
100%,
why I
you are
hate
not wrong.
when people
You are
bring
not
this
wrong.
up and they only bring up that one side. Oh, he donated and it was only $15. But who knows? That $15 might have meant a lot to the person, or it might have meant nothing to the person. And this is just a middle ground, and absolutely nothing political was about it. He just thought, hey, this will make a name for myself because I'm going to kill, say, the next dictator or the next Hitler, which everybody's calling him,
So he's
which
going
they
to go
should have
down in
never been
history as the
calling him
biggest
in the
failure
first
ever.
place.
He's going to go down in history as the biggest failure ever.
Yeah.
That was his end goal.
Why is he going to go down as the biggest failure ever? He's going to
Missed.
go down as
Yeah, well, if he didn't miss on purpose, he missed from a very short distance that a
his
toddler
name's
could have
not
hit
even going to come
with
up.
a water
It's
gun.
not even. He's not even concerned. The concern is about America right now. Who cares about that kid? That kid's done with. We got to deal with the next possible threat that's on the president. He's done with. We got
Okay.
to figure out that that never happens again. Who cares about him? Who cares
My
about the
question
kid
is, how did it
anymore?
happen this time?
Yeah.
Because there was a
This hasn't
breakdown in the
happened
security.
like ever. I mean, we can go back to Kennedy. Even Kennedy's had a back that was better than this, and he still got killed.
Yeah, and there
We're
was a
never
lot
going to know
of
the answer to that.
and there was a lot of reports saying that it was a breakdown in security at that point too.
Yeah,
Which it was because, like I
was
said,
that by
it's
design as well?
100% in secret security hands to protect the president, and he should be protected in every possible way from every possible angle there is.
And did they do that?
No, they did not.
They did not. The Secret Service has been flawless for the last 8 years. All of a sudden, failed, like epically. Epically, they failed. How? They've at least been on point.
Like I said, is it the defunding? Is it the DEI part? Lack of training?
They
Was it?
both they both play
Yeah.
a very
What
important role. Actually, I do
That
agree.
definitely has a.
was
that
it when
definitely
we
has a
start
play in it.
going
You're
into the
right.
conspiracy? Was it the left saying, "Hey, we're going to give them less security"? Because
Right.
supposedly, if we start going to the conspiracies and things, Joe Biden had more Secret Service protection than President Trump had at his rally
Yes,
And why
that
kill
at a
Biden?
party.
Why even shoot at him? The
No,
guy's,
but I'm saying,
guy
why
doesn't have
did
time
she
left
get
anyway.
more and he got less? When she's not even threatened, she's not even at a threat level, while
yeah.
Trump is at the highest threat level there is. So it's like a DEFCON 5 or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Compared to DEFCON 1, we got no problems.
If someone was going to shoot Trump, it was going to be from one of the 2 or 3 countries that don't want him to be there.
Well, Iran, if you know, had
Yep.
they got the intel that Iran wants to assassinate him and wanted to assassinate him, so they have actually bumped up his security to almost the current president's level. Because
How'd that work out a few days ago?
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, now
I'm with
Just
you.
saying.
Now let's see what happens after the RNC. I'm just saying he's got to get a footmobile now. He's got to have that,
If
you
he's going to
know,
survive, yes.
and think about how many people came across the border that are terrorists and were from Iran. That might possibly try another hit on him or things like that. There's so many now that entered our country illegally because Biden let them in, and now they're a threat to us, and they're a major threat to Trump.
And our business is up because Biden's kind of handed the country away to big business, which is why our food prices and everything else is through the roof. Over 300% inflation over the
Yes.
last 4 years. You
Pretty
can blame
bad.
Trump all you want. Trump didn't do it. Trump did not do it. Biden did it. And now he's begging us to not pay our rent and buy eggs. Because that's our choice right now. What are the prices you go to the store at? It's ridiculous. Clothing
You
has
know,
gone up. Stuff that
you know,
China gives us? Nope.
he helped out with, say, insulin prices, and my prices of medication have gone down a little bit, right?
He's in bed with Big Pharma. That's
But
why.
hold on. I'm just trying to get to a point here. Yeah, he did drop those prices, right? But I get these medications once a month. What do I do every day? I eat food every day. The cost of my food now has become a lot more expensive than my medication even was. So thank you for saving me that extra $10, $15 on my medication, but putting my food costs up an extra $200-300. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.
100%.
You know,
I want to ask you guys, what do you think about the RNC speech? And I want to share this thing by Dana White, who is president of UFC, as well as a very good friend of Trump. So
You
what
got
do you
sound on
think?
this one there, buddy?
There is no sound. I'm just playing this. I want to try play one thing, but after this, to make sure the sound works. Okay, as you can see, he says, "I'm in the tough guy business, and this man," implying Trump, "is the toughest, most resilient human being that I've ever met in my life. The higher the stakes, the harder he fights, and this guy never ever gives up." See, as we said, he does not need this. He's got a great life. He's putting his life online for something bigger than himself, and he's willing to risk it all because he's loved this country. Man, love it or hate it, in my lifetime, I don't think I have seen any president so patriotic in so much, who loves his country so much. I have not seen. I am an immigrant converted into a citizen. I'm a citizen. And when I see this guy, man, my love for this country goes next level. It's like, to hell with everything. We're gonna stand for what this country stands for: democracy, freedom, the land of opportunity, land of the brave. That's what America symbolizes, with it's resonated as. And I think this man is bringing that time back. So, what do you guys think about Dana's White comments, Hulk Hogan endorsing him, and so forth?
well, I think it's great. Trump's a different kind of person. For him to go down like that and get up and pump his fist in the air saying, "Fight, fight, fight. I'm here. I'm going to fight for you." Every person, I mean, me personally, if I got shot at, I would have been laying on that ground, try to roll away. I don't know, especially I feel blood on me. They're trying to kill. I'm not trying to get up. I'm trying to
Right.
avoid the situation as much as possible. And yet this guy's coming up saying, "Hey, I'm here. I'm showing you that I'm here." And you see him walking up to the American flag, hugging it, giving it a kiss. You see how respectful he is to all the military. He will stand there with his hand raised to his head, saluting these troops, and won't pull it down,
Poorly.
unlike other presidents. Give firm handshakes, be fully respectful, pay attention while dead military personnel are being pulled out of airplanes, not
Hmm.
checking their watch, things like that. Someone who has respect for the military, for our country, for our flag.
Steve?
I've said this and I said this for about, God, since I first knew the word of Trump. using card games. I mean, if you're Trump tight, you're Trump. Trump is the word. He's the most selfish human I've ever known.
Who?
Donald Trump.
How?
Yeah, I said it
How?
out loud.
How?
I'm
How?
saying it out loud because it's true.
How is it true?
His
How?
image is his life. He'll take a bullet to look good. Let's quote
Mhm.
white man can't jump. He'd
Come
rather
on,
look
man.
good.
Come on.
He'd
You
no.
cannot say he'll
He
take a
would
bullet to look
rather
good. No, 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 no.
he'd
Now you like
rather
the people from
look
California.
good and lose than look bad and win.
No, you sound like a freaking hardcore liberal, dude. California talk. I'm not even making this up.
I'm
If I
not.
can,
I'm not blue.
He sounds like that
I,
guy
no, I
Destiny right
understand.
now.
Now have
You're
at
not.
it. Now both you.
Yeah.
Now both you have at it.
Destiny
And I'll take it.
went
Both
crazy.
you have at it. Go on.
No. We're not going on. I just am asking. There is just a little pushback on this. You said he will be happy to take a bullet, and it's just not you. We're not putting you on the line. I'm just saying this is most of the rhetoric that's coming from the left and other people in this nation. Forget outside, especially in this nation who thinks that. And I wish I could play that video. I cannot find it where they asked him, and the couple said, "You know
It
what?
doesn't have sound, by the way.
He'd rather take a bullet than to be a hero than be dead." Like they're saying, like he's happy to take a bullet to make himself a hero again.
Oh, he
So-
wasn't going to be dead. The whole point is they weren't trying to kill him.
Right.
He's using this. Hold on. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, we still got you.
No, because my battery's about to die. He did this by design.
Mhm.
That's my point. My point is, right now, the way he played it, he looks like God. I'm not saying he's bad or good, and I'm not taking sides. I have no side right now.
Right.
Right now, I know one thing. If Trump doesn't get elected, we got a major problem. And I will say that direct. I hope he wins. I am not voting for him. I wouldn't vote for Biden if you threaten to blend it.
Right.
I'm just saying, Biden's a travesty. He's the worst case scenario. But
Guys, 1 second.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, can you hear
I
the
think,
volume now?
did my computer die?
Can you hear the volume now?
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear it. Good.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Steve, keep talking because I want to play a couple of things that I missed.
Yeah, I got probably about 5 minutes before my computer's gonna shit out. So what I'm saying is I'm not against Trump. In fact, I'm for him. I want him to win. We need him to win. We need him to win because we're in a civil war if he doesn't. And anyone that wants to contradict that statement can have at me on it because
I
it's
agree with
true.
you there.
We are 100% in civil war right now if Trump doesn't win.
Steve,
I don't,
if you
that doesn't mean I'm against him or for him.
if your battery dies, will you be joining us from your phone? Or
I can do that. I don't know how much time I have. Probably about
Yeah.
5-10 minutes.
okay, that's fine. No problem. Dave, any thoughts on this before we move on to the next topic?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So what do you think about this Elon Musk endorsing Donald Trump when he gets, as you can see, the most famous thing. See,
Yeah.
he's the badass man.
The
You
same
can make
Elon
this
Musk
shit
trying to
up.
colonize Mars. The
You
same
can make this
Elon
shit
Musk
up.
pushing EVs on us. The same
Man,
joke.
Look
The
at the
same
views.
psychopath retard that's Elon Musk.
Come
Richest
on,
man
bro.
in the world.
You think he's
Donating.
gonna,
That guy, dude, I don't like Elon Musk. I have no
Wow.
respect for him.
Wow. Man, you're talking about
And
one
I'm
of the
saying it
greatest
out loud.
entrepreneurs ever in the
He's a
history of
lunatic.
mankind.
Let's colonize
Well,
Mars, guys.
so
Billions of dollars going into space. Why?
because he has it and he can.
And for the rest of the country,
Because he was smart
how
enough to
is that
do it,
valid?
build it himself. He's a brilliant person. He's probably the
get to
most
where he
brilliant
was if he
person
wasn't.
in my lifetime that's been alive.
He makes Bezos look good.
Man, I don't know if I
What does Bezos do?
Amazon.
Okay. What does he create? What does he make? What does he develop? What does he invent?
Well, aside from running sweatshops around the world, he does Bezos things.
guys, so what I want to do is I know Steve, you have to run. I
don't have
just
to
want
run. I'm just about to die. That's the difference.
No, I know if you are unable to join us from your phone, I just want to play this one more time for people with the audio, so at least they know what we were talking about initially. You know, my apologies. Okay, I'm going to play this.
No, none needed.
Yeah, and this is something that we talked about. Share sound. His assassination attempt. I'm going to play this. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear it. Okay.
A little bit old, that chart. That's
Yeah,
a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened. Oh.
Move to spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go. Up. Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. Move it to the spare. Spare, get ready. Spare, get ready. We ready? Shooters down. Shooters down. Are we good? Shooters down. Shooters down. Are we good to move? Shooters down. We're good to move. We're clear. Let's move. Let's move. We're clear.
Move. There we go.
Come on.
Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes.
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
So we got to move to the bus. Move to the bus. Let me get my shoes.
Okay, my shoe down. Get the shoe.
Watch out.
Wait.
I love it.
Man. If this
Still
does not
pumping his
move you,
fist the entire time going.
yeah, if this does not move you, I don't know if there's anything else that can move you as a human being, you know? So that was the whole part. Let me just, okay, I think we lost Steve, so he might join us in a bit. But I also wanted to play this, Dave. Maybe we can wait 5 minutes. It's very important. I wanted to play this Dan Bongino's video, you know?
Yeah.
And it is mind-boggling what he says. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I listened to it.
Yeah, but I wanted to play this, so if Steve comes on board, at least we can play this for him.
Yeah.
He's joining us, you know. No problem. He's just texting me something. Okay, here he is. I wanted to play him. Let me play this. Man, we lost him at at the time where he should have been present, you know. Let's see.
Oh man, that's crazy. Thinking.
There you are. Unmute yourself.
Unmute, Steve. You're still muted.
Unmute.
Can you hear
good.
me?
Can you turn
Yeah.
the camera horizontally? Yeah, we can hear you. Can you
Sid,
turn your cam? Yes.
Can you
we
guys hear
you.
me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Can you turn your
What am I
turn your
doing wrong
phone?
here?
Can
No,
you hear
just
me?
turn your phone upside down. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Good. You're good now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Anyone?
Yes.
You hear me? I don't. Oh, good. I got you. Good. Sorry. I told you
you
my
turn-
computer was gonna die.
Can you turn your phone horizontally so your face face? Yeah, this is perfect. You
All right,
joined
cool.
us at a great point.
Sorry. I told you I was gonna drop.
It's okay. It's okay.
At least I'm back in.
So good.
I'm going to play
Thank
this
you.
clip, and then I want to know. So this is Don Bongino, who we spoke about earlier in the program, in this podcast, who was the presidential Secret Service agent for Obama for 8 years. Okay, I'm going to play this with you, and let's see. Sound is on. Sound is on. Okay, here we go.
Job. Your job is keep the body alive no matter what. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Jill Biden, the president of Djibouti, it doesn't matter. That is your job. They absolutely, resolutely, 100% failed. Not a single excuse should be made. Not a single excuse should be attempted. This should be the subject of congressional hearings and investigations, because if they can't do this, and this is the best technology you had, then folks, there's no purpose anymore. This was an apocalyptic security failure. And don't ever forget, an uneventful failure is never a success. And the fact that Donald Trump didn't die yesterday is no reason for anybody to take some kind of victory lap. And before we start sending out plaudits, we better look and do a hot wash on this and find out exactly how abysmal this security plan was.
Thank you.
Wow, man, listen, I've never heard of this guy before, but after I heard him, I'm like, man.
Oh
now
yeah,
they're
he's very popular. He's got his own podcast and things. Show. The
Do you agree with?
Bongino show?
So my question to both of you is: do you agree that this should have a congressional hearing and people must be fired, including Kim Cheatle, who is the director of Secret Service? Let's start with you, Steve, and then we'll go to Dave.
I can't agree on firing anybody, only because if this was done the way I feel it was, and it was planned ahead of time, and there was going to be a security breach, they were going to allow someone within 300, 400 yards of the president. That's, or potential president. How? These people have kept the worst assassins in the world away from presidents. How did they get this close to one of our most controversial presidents ever? How'd they do it? How the hell did they get that close? 430 yards. That's down the block from your house. I could put a bullet through your window from there. How did they get someone this close to one of the most powerful men in our country?
Dave, I completely agree with you, Dave.
Yeah, we need Congress to go after this. I think we need various independent investigations. Because right now, who's heading the investigation? The FBI.
Okay.
Not the Secret Service. It's the FBI's responsibility.
Right.
Do we trust the FBI on what they're going to come out with? No, I don't think we are. We need some kind of independent to go out there and do a full investigation. Like I said, I think only time will tell right now. I think with all the video that's out there, there's a lot of people with other telephones that were videoing and got stuff on but didn't send it out yet. It's out there. We're gonna find out more than we thought we were, just because everybody has video technology. But yeah, there was complete lapse in security. Why isn't there even drones flying around, videotaping from up above to see any threat?
I didn't even touch on that either.
Yeah, you know, that should be in all case scenarios like that. Um, yeah, she should be fired. She should resign because she didn't do her job properly, because there was an attempt on his life, and it almost happened.
Well, the thing is,
one of our subs can drop a cruise missile through your head from 3,000 miles away, and we couldn't get a sniper to hit someone for 430 feet. If you're not seeing the holes in the scenario, something's wrong.
Yeah, but as I explained before, say you were the sniper protecting Trump, and you saw somebody on a roof, but say you didn't make out the gun. You didn't know what was in his hands. It's basically like the military: do not shoot unless fired upon. Correct?
Correct.
It's the
100%.
rules of engagement. Now,
Yes,
under
sir.
the rules of engagement,
I
say he
agree.
shot the person. Now they say, "Oh, why'd you shoot the person? He didn't even take a shot." Yeah, there's a lot of things that would go crazy in this scenario. An innocent guy got shot because he was holding a camera or something like that. If he didn't, actually make out, the gun. If he made out the
Yeah,
gun and took the shot, okay. But
but
there's a
people
lot of
saw him with a
scenarios
gun,
that could be
and
in
the
this.
people saw him with a gun
yeah,
45 seconds before the shot went off.
yeah.
Yes, but
And
like I said,
they were 400 feet away. We can
but
scream that distance.
yeah, like I
All of
said,
us.
there was local enforcement around there, correct? But they did
Correct.
not have direct communication with the secret security, which that was another communications breakdown, which they should have had. If
But
the
you can
secret,
report voices in a crowd
but hold
and
on, hold on.
say there's a
If
threat.
if secret security wants local enforcement to work on their detail, they should be able to have direct communications at all times if they're working in their detail, which they
But if
were,
it's a matter
because
of
they were
national
guarding that
security,
area.
though, it's a matter of national security, and
Yes.
the SS controls that. So therefore, local law enforcement doesn't apply because they don't pull.
Yes,
Secret
but
Service has it. It's
local
their
enforcement
job to do it.
local enforcement does apply if the Secret Service asks them to do so. So
So where'd the breakdown
at
happen?
that point, the breakdown is the Secret Service people didn't give the mics to the local enforcement that they should have had. They let local enforcement keep their mics. Secret Service had their own mics, and they didn't have communications amongst each other, which they should have always had, because they were working with each other as one unit.
100%. And if the intention was to kill Trump, he'd be dead right now. That's
Man,
my answer. If they wanted him dead, he would have been dead. They had an opportunity. I think they missed on purpose. And I'm not taking sides with that statement.
Listen, I have to tell you guys this. This will
That is the picture.
most iconic
Yes.
image in the history of American politics ever, ever. And I stand by my words here. This,
Yeah,
Did you know?
He needs a bandage on his ear, dude.
Did you know what this picture right here? You know what some of the left media did?
yeah,
They cropped out the flag.
wow.
Yes, they did. Yes,
Yep,
they did.
cropped out the flag from the picture.
Dave is right.
Man,
100%.
that is so crazy. Like
Yeah,
how
they're
that bad.
trying. They're saying they're trying to ban the picture, which is impossible. But they're saying they don't want to show this picture anymore, anything like that on the news, the left media.
yeah, I mean,
Hey,
That's
you want to defend right media, it's just as bad. Both sides are wrong.
Hey man, I watch Gutfeld all the time, the Fox News. It's great, and you know what? Listen, people may argue with this, but if you go on YouTube and you go on Fox News Live, you know what's on there? Absolutely everything. You will see Kamala Harris speak. You will see Biden speak. You will
I'd
see
like
Trump
to not.
speak. You will see everybody speak. They don't say, "Hey, we're not going to show you this." That's what I watch. I watch everything. And
I mean that
Fox
is
News Live actually gives you everything. And Gutfeld that night, he's just hilarious. I love it.
look at this, guys.
Oh,
This
the
is what I
bullet
wanted to
trails.
share.
Yep.
You see, so Steve, do you see if he did not move his head 15 degrees, this thing was going on the back of his head on the right side.
Oh, he'd be dead. That
But
shot
this
missed wrong. He was dead.
but this
That's not the point, though.
But this defies the conspiracy and the notion that this was staged. That's my only
How?
problem with that.
How if he missed on purpose?
Listen, if it was
If
staged,
he missed
I
on
said,
purpose,
Hold on.
it was
Did he miss?
staged.
Did he miss on purpose, or did Donald
That's the
Trump move his head
question.
by 15 degrees? Right?
That's my question.
all
I
right.
think it was done by design. I think they missed him on purpose. I don't think they were trying to kill him.
If it was staged and they missed him on purpose, well, they didn't miss him because they clipped his ear. They didn't miss him on purpose. You said they clipped his ear. All right. If
Yeah,
they
they did.
went for that clip shot, like I said, it would have been a shoulder, it would have been an arm. Number two, a person would not have been dead because of it. Number three, two other people would not have been critically wounded because of it.
Well, why'd he fire 5 more shots after Trump was on the ground? Why keep shooting into an open crowd? A bunch of innocent
Why,
people.
if it was a thing to
If he
shoot
wanted
Trump,
if he wanted Trump dead, he'd shoot at Trump. He had 4 shots before Trump fell down. That was 4 connects. If he wanted them,
that's if he's a good professional shooter.
At 430 feet, again, I could make that shot.
But see, the thing is, we can
Under
never
what
come to a conclusion,
psychological
you know?
condition? Are you stressed? Are you feared? Did you just jump because a police officer popped his head up on a roof?
Good answer.
You're not a Navy SEAL, which is, okay, something disrupted me, nothing disrupted me. I'm still taking the shot and making it.
So why
Because
they
don't get
lose? Why they
disrupted.
use some loser friggin' kid to do it?
Exactly. That's my point to you. Why would they
Or
use
was
a
it
loser
going to cause
20-year-old
more
kid to do it?
questions? More questions are arising as a result of who was used.
You would
If they
use a
use a military
20-year-old.
sniper, if they used a military sniper that can hit from a mile away, which guess what? Our military snipers do, then there'd be no question. That guy skimmed his ear on purpose. But if some goofball did it, well, did he really aim right? Was he lucky? Did he try to hit the ear? We got a list. We don't know the answer. The true answer is he did miss on purpose. From that distance, a 10-year-old could have missed on purpose. It's not a far shot.
You don't know the situation.
I don't.
Exactly. So you cannot say that he missed on purpose.
Can you say he didn't?
See, this is great because
no, logically, please.
We will
please
never
now
come to
explain the other end of it. Can you say he didn't?
Yes.
Because I can't say he didn't.
Yes, because he didn't miss because he hit his ear.
Okay. But it was an unfatal shot. Trump's still alive.
By how much?
He hit his ear, dude. He's fine.
Centimeter? Half a centimeter?
Probably at 2.
Like if he said he was going to
2
intentionally
centimeters,
miss,
Trump was
he'd
dead.
miss into his shoulder. Like I'm saying, if there was a Navy SEAL, a highly trained professional, 100%, you know where they would have shot the president if it was a cover-up. They would have shot him in the arm. They would have never even came close to his head. To take a shot like that and say it was a clip shot. They would never do that.
From 430 feet, if they hit him in the friggin' arm,
If you
it
think
was
that,
obviously done by design. If they hit him on the ear 2 centimeters off a kill shot, well, was he trying to hit him? I don't think he was.
for him to hit the ear, I think
this
not
guy
going to happen.
had no intention. I don't think he had an intention to kill him. Not at all.
Listen, I wanna play this and get your opinion. This is amazing. This is the first time Trump spoke at the RNC speech about his assassination openly. I'm going to play this and let me know if you cannot hear anything.
People have asked me what happened.
I hear it.
Tell us what happened, please. And therefore, I will tell you exactly what happened. And you'll never hear it from me a second time because it's actually too painful to tell. I started to, like this, turn to my right and was ready to begin a little bit further turn, which I'm very lucky I didn't do, when I heard a loud whizzing sound and felt something hit me really, really hard on my right ear. I said to myself, wow, what was that? It can only be a bullet. And moved my right hand to my ear, brought it down. My hand was covered with blood, just absolutely blood all over the place. I immediately knew it was very serious, that we were under attack, and in one movement proceeded to drop to the ground. Bullets were continuing to fly as very brave Secret Service agents rushed to the stage, and they really did. They rushed to the stage. These are great people at great risk, I will tell you, and pounced on top of me so that I would be protected. There was blood pouring everywhere, and yet, in a certain way, I felt very safe because I had God on my side. I felt that.
Okay, so
Seriously, he's going to quote religion at the end of that shit?
listen.
Yeah.
Why not? What's wrong with that, man? What's wrong?
If that's what you feel.
Everything's wrong with that.
Wow.
We need to get religion out of politics in a country that was founded upon separation of church and state. We came here from Britain escaping religious persecution, and he's going to quote God? God had nothing to do with it.
Wow,
what happened, happened. Hey, if you're religious, God bless.
We have right to religion,
do your
right?
thing. Yes, we do. But
we have the right to
don't
speech,
quote
correct?
God.
We have the right to
God had nothing
speech,
to do with
correct?
that.
Yes, it does.
We do.
So you think he escaped by luck?
So
He escaped
Trump,
by just
if
luck.
Trump is religious,
No, it was.
he can't speak about it. This is his feelings.
Listen, my take
he
here
feels
is
that God was involved.
Yeah.
So let him feel that God was involved. He's telling you his story. He's not telling you what you should believe. He's not
telling you what you want to hear.
No. He's telling you his side of the story. He's what he believes. He believes God was involved in this because of his belief. Now, if you don't believe God was involved in this is
you
fine.
believe God saved Trump? Is that what you're saying out loud? You
You're
believe
saying-
God saved
It doesn't
Trump?
matter what I believe. This is his story, and that's what he's saying, and that's what he believes.
Fair answer.
Well, I do
So you
believe.
can't stop him from telling his story and being mad about it because that's his belief.
Correct.
You're
But if he's
thinking
coming
he's
from
throwing, you're thinking he's throwing religious rhetoric at you, which he's not. He is telling you his belief and what he felt at this moment. If you got shot at, you might be like, "Oh, thank God I didn't die," and I'll be like, "Yo, Steve, you mentioned God? What the hell?" But I guarantee that would have popped out of your mouth.
I guarantee it wouldn't have.
I guarantee it would.
Well, so that's a different
Because
topic.
I heard you say, "Thank God this didn't happen before," and I'm like, "Why are you
Yeah, but
thanking God of all people?" But
a
I'm not going to
matter of
say anything.
speech, a matter of speech is different than God saved me. There's a difference.
But what if that's
A
what you
figure of
feel?
speech is a figure of speech.
But
We're
what
gonna
if
say,
you?
"Oh my God, thank God." Yeah, thank God it didn't happen. That doesn't mean I'm running that way, and I want everyone to run at God and say,
But
"Oh
if you
God, you're great."
wait, he personally felt like that. He wasn't saying everybody feel like that. If you feel like that, go ahead. If you think God saved his life, go ahead. If you think God didn't save his life and there is no God, go ahead. I don't care. But
From
you're
someone
not
that
letting
doesn't
him
believe in
tell his
God.
side of the
But
story
yeah, but
because
from
it's
someone,
his personal story. It's
yeah,
not your
but
story. That's the
true.
problem.
And when was Trump ever religious? Never has been.
What? Are you nuts? All his life. Been going to church. He doesn't drink. He doesn't do drugs. Come on, man.
Well, I
Show
think
me
it's
the
good we
proof that he
keep
never went to church. Come
we
on, he
keep
goes.
it's good we keep the
This is
Almighty God out of
ridiculous.
And
this.
it's still by design.
Listen, I understand. From me, what I most amazed was personally was in spite of the Secret Service failure, he applauded them for their courage. You see, this is a
Yeah, he
difference
didn't
between
go.
a
He didn't
this is a
go
Yes, he
difference
did.
anything
between
against
leader.
them.
He
Yeah,
did.
Yeah.
this is a difference between a leader and a loser. A leader, he knows because he spoke with Kim Cheatle, the director, too. He could have bashed Secret Service openly on the stage if he wanted to. But you know
Yeah.
why? He loves the people who protect this country: police,
Yeah.
army, uh, Secret Service, FBI, Department of DHS, Homeland Security. He stands with law. He stands for law, and he represents the unity in terms of law. That's just how I see it. Once again, these are just my views and opinions, just like you both have your views and opinions, and we respect each other opinion and views, which is fine. And it's okay for us to disagree on some things because
We're
that's what
gonna
makes us as
disagree.
anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the way
yeah,
it's supposed to be. We're not
yeah,
supposed to agree. If we didn't
yeah,
agree, we wouldn't have a conversation here.
yeah. That's true. So my question to you is, I wanna bring this. I don't know if you heard Nancy Pelosi, and here we go. Schumer and Nancy Pelosi increased pressure on Biden to step aside. So apparently, day before yesterday, Pelosi, I'm going to highlight this, right here. On Wednesday, Pelosi told Biden polling shows clearly that he cannot defeat Trump, and then the presidents could destroy the Democrats' chances of winning back control of the House of Representatives. So this shows that it is so clear that they just don't want to lose presidency. They also don't want to lose the House.
Yeah, they don't want to lose the House or the Senate.
Yes.
They want to try to win it all back.
So the thing is, guess what? If Biden runs and he loses, it will be all MAGA, all red in the House and in the presidential seat.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so my question to both of you is very simple. Do you think, before I ask you the question, here, if you can see, Biden vows to run as more Democrats ask him to drop out. This came an hour ago. Okay. All right. In spite of Pelosi, Schumer, even Obama invited him for fishing, probably to discuss. My question to both of you is, do you think he will still run? And what are the chances of him winning against Trump in terms of percentage? Let's start with you, Steve, and then I'll go to Dave.
I just got one question, which makes this real easy. Who the hell does the Democrats have that can actually run over Biden? And wait, who the hell do they have that can actually beat Trump? Trump just established God mode. He won the next election already. Trump will be our next president, whether I agree with it or not. These are facts. And he just won. He's got 2/3 of the vote. He's done. So, who do they got? I mean, Harris? That's a joke. Biden's a joke. Their next person down's a joke. So is the next person on the red side, too. We have no one else. At least we had Bernie Sanders 5 years ago. Now we have no one else. There is no one else trying something different. They're just doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And that's our problem. That's why we're not going anywhere. Because I don't think Trump's the answer. Biden definitely isn't. He's a travesty.
Dave?
Trump's going to win. Trump's the answer. He's going to bring us all back to where we should be. Biden should step down. He shouldn't be president right now. And Congress, they want him to drop out because they need to save face, because they can't ask him to come out and represent them when they're campaigning to win seats. They can use Kamala Harris or anybody else.
Here. Kamala Harris,
because
Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, Gavin Newsom. So this just came out today too. Pete Buttigieg, Josh Shapiro, and JB. To me, personally, out of this, if I had to pick from these people, this is the only guy I would pick, just because he is a great talker like Obama. He's a horrible governor, horrible policies, but he has the best personality of all the other candidates listed on this page right now. This is my opinion.
So is this Facebook and Twitter, or is this the leader of the highest position in the world? And we're going to hire someone that's got terrible ideas? That doesn't sound smart.
No,
I'm sorry. There's no one left.
The only person that I could see move in to save a little bit of face is Kamala Harris, who would be under her. I don't know. They can't throw in anybody. They can't throw anybody like Gavin Newsom. There's not enough time for cleanup. You know, they can't clean up what he's done in the past before all the dirt would come out in this much time. It's not enough time till November to do a cleanup session on a new politician jumping in as president. Plus, Kamala Harris is the one who has the money that would be under Biden. So anybody who would jump in would no longer have that donated money. So any new person to jump in, it's very hard for them. They would have to have a whole cleanup. They would have to raise the funds really quick. And people can't trust somebody who just jumps in. So I really can't see anybody that would win against Trump. But I believe Kamala is the only one that could possibly save them some seats in the Congress, because she could actually go out there and talk and you know, unlike Biden, which can't go out and help out these people, you know, because he's
Dave,
not there.
I'm gonna do you a solid on this one. You're gonna love this. Now, you're 100% right. I agree with you. Now, can you give everyone the other side of Kamala Harris? I want to hear what you actually feel about her. Throw it out there, please, because I agree with you already. I'm sure.
From Kamala Harris, everything that I heard, she kind of talks to people like they're in kindergarten. You know, every speech that I hear, you know, she talks to people like they're children, which I don't like, which I think is kind of disrespectful. She's got to be a smart person.
Condescending.
Yeah, but, you know, she's got to be a smart person. But
Or manipulative.
unfortunately, she does not show it out in public when she speaks. She does speak like a little kid, and I just really wonder what she does, because she was supposed to be
Love it.
she was supposed to be the border czar. She was supposed to be, I guess they called it the AI czar also. And I haven't heard absolutely anything come from her. She was supposed to do all that. Where did where is this mass illegal immigration actually rooting from? She was trying to find the root of it. And we heard about that for maybe a week when she started it, and then we hear nothing. What's the root of this illegal immigration? What kind of work did she do on the border? She really hasn't done anything, shown anything. Now, we'll see what happens if Biden remains the president. We're going to have a debate between her and J.D.Vance, which should be very interesting because he's very well spoken. And obviously, Steve, you know how Kamala speaks. So we don't know what
This is why I referred you, buddy. I'm everything you've said.
But
I agree with.
But I mean, overall, if I was to speak to Kamala and I was speak to Biden, I'd rather speak to Kamala because at least I know she could understand it rather than maybe have somebody just stare at me and drool on themselves.
So, how is Biden an actual candidate for the highest position in the world?
Well, he
As
shouldn't
last I
be.
checked, Trump can actually speak.
That's why I'm saying he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be president right now. And the right thing would be for him to step down and take Kamala, take over right now.
So,
That's
so
what
guys,
I'm saying. Even though we wouldn't like it,
I really hope that
that's
doesn't
what
happen.
needs to be done.
That is not a good idea.
what do you guys think about J.D. Vance, the new VP pick for Trump? I looked him up a little bit, and all I could see was he is a U.S. Marine veteran. He
Served in
has been,
Iraq.
yeah, he's been serving as the junior United States Senator from Ohio since 2023.
Mm-hmm.
It says he's also the most conservative of all the three finalists for the nomination and most outspokenly loyal and the most pugnaciously partisan qualities that fits a candidate who is increasingly leading in the polls. He
And
looks ahead at fights to come.
you know what
You
he
know?
also used to be? He also used to be a never Trumper.
Yeah, he used to call. I've heard that he is
Yeah, he
called
was a never
Yeah.
Trumper. He said he would never vote for Trump. But you see how things change with people to go
I
to
see
the
you
right
wearing a
side.
red. You know Trump started blue, right? Trump was blue forever.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. I mean, it's a fact. So
I'm throwing this out there. As you see people grow older, don't you see them changing colors?
sometimes it
Because
happens.
the majority of times it happens because people start caring about things they should be caring about rather than just caring about particular feelings. I care about what actually happens to me, not owe what somebody says to me. If I have problems with money in my pocket, that hurts me. If I have a problem with somebody saying, "Hey, you're a poor bastard," that doesn't hurt me. Those are only words. That's just a feeling. But not having
Good
the money
answer.
in the pocket
Good
is what
answer.
hurts me. So the Republicans are what helps me. Democrats is what tries to help my feelings. I don't want my feelings helped. I can help my own feelings. I want help for my pockets and for being able to have a good lifestyle, a safe lifestyle, being safe walking around, not worried about crime or anything like that. Not worried about
So,
going into
so,
crowds and possibly being shot just because
so,
there is an attempt on somebody's life.
okay. So basically what you're saying is you're red because that makes you happy. And that's what works for you. That's kind of the same thing as identifying as something, which, in my opinion, I mean, we got kids sitting in litter boxes because they identify as cats. That literally makes you the smartest person with Down syndrome. Like, just because where you were or what you like is what you identify as or what you respect doesn't mean that's what everyone else needs. And what our country needs right now is unification through our masses, not through the government. We need to unite as a people. We got to stop being divided by all the bullshit people are reading on social media. And I'm saying it out loud rightly because people are listening to Facebook memes. They're arguing with a, a cat pic on the internet. Doesn't that also make you the smartest person with Down syndrome? You're not supporting what you believe. You're supporting what you hear, what other people are saying. You don't even, they don't even do the research anymore. Grow up, look things up. I mean, we used to read books as a kid. What happened to that? We don't do that anymore.
Well, we don't need
So
books
now,
anymore.
now,
No,
so we
seriously,
got people to tell us what to do.
no, no. At this point, we really don't. There's so much information we get off the internet, which is more updated than books. But like you said, we have to do research and find the right one. You know, books are outdated. All books are outdated because they were written in the past. We could learn from them, yes, but the new stuff, which is updated, we learn so much more stuff from, long as we get the right one. And we have to decide which the right one is for us.
Correct. And now, why are we still quoting books from millennia ago, like the Bible, the Quran, the Necronomicon? I mean, I
Because
got
that's a
lists.
belief, and that belief will always be with us.
That belief
That
will
will
never
be
change.
beliefs will always be the number one thing with all people. I mean,
Correct.
all wars have been fought forever because of religious beliefs, and it's never going to happen because
Or
everybody's going
some,
to
or
have them.
some woman, or some woman.
Yeah.
Lots of times they're fought over a woman.
Or if we start believing men are women, and women are men, and bullshit like that.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, let's just
I believe
let's
that
just
Steve could get
further
pregnant right now, especially with
let's
that
further
tinfoil hat
distract
on.
us. Let's further distract us from what's going on.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I disagree with if, hey, you're born a man, want to become a woman. Hey, do you? It's your body, your choice. Same way I feel about pregnancy.
Well,
Woman's body, her choice. But are you gonna make that Bible over what? Because you can. Well, we could put a pig's heart in a human. We could do a lot of things right now. Doesn't mean it's moving us in the right direction. It doesn't mean it's uniting us. We need to unite if we want to be better. That's the only way we're going to get through this. Right now, we have a 4-year buffer on World War III if Trump gets elected. If Trump doesn't get elected, we're in World War III in 5 months.
Guys, I'm
gonna happen.
sorry.
Doesn't
Sorry to
mean
cut you off.
I want it to.
Sorry to cut you off. I have a meeting in 2 minutes, so we got to wrap this up.
All right. Let me have a
but as
last quick statement.
Yeah. So as a closing statement, I love Steve
Dave,
what
go
you
on.
said. I love what you said. We need unity in this country. So I love that as a closing statement. And we'll be back on a new podcast episode with more to discuss till the presidential. I think it's good that if we do this on a weekly or bi-weekly basis till the election. So this way people stay informed on our views and what's going on here.
Definitely.
Agreed.
Steve, great closing statement.
100%.
Dave, if you want to give me a closing
Real
statement,
quick.
go for it.
Dave, please close.
The Republican Party is going to unite everybody. Glad Steve said about war and peace. Trump will bring peace to the earth. He's going to bring peace to Russia, Ukraine, Israel. He's going to take Iran back down to where they're supposed to be so they're not a threat. He's going to unite everybody and create peace here. And he's the only choice. There's no other way. And if you want to go into really quick conspiracy theories, what if it happened the other way? The shots were taken to try to take down Trump just to put a nice little quiet thing on Biden right now so he's not in the spotlight. Everything shut up about his cognitive behaviors, and now it's all about Trump. So there's another thing. But to end it, we must unite, and Trump's the only one that could do that.
I love this
Agreed.
one, man.
And there's no fixing Israel. I'm
We-
going to say that.
We
No
have
way
to,
we're fixing that shit.
well, we want to, in our next podcast, we want to dive a little bit more into the Israel. I want us to dive more into the Israel, Palestine, and Ukraine, Russia, because I know we touched for a few moments in our podcast last week. So I think we should touch more on that agenda because it's all tied in with war and peace. You know.
Yeah, and also the Red Sea and
Yeah.
things going on in Cuba right now. So
yeah, so I think it would be
Yep.
great if we wrap this up now, and we'll connect again. We'll do this again, as I said, next week or in another 2 weeks, and we'll continue to do this for our audience, who has given us excellent response to our video that was made public 5 days ago.
yeah,
We are very thankful to all of them for
I
listening to
gotta
us.
thank everybody for that. I was surprised. It's great.
Yeah.
We're doing
Yeah.
good.
Thank you for having us.
All right, guys, thank you so much, and it's always a pleasure, and look forward to seeing you both.
All right, you too, Sid. Have a good one.
You too. Take
Be
care.
well, guys.
Bye bye.
Later.
Bye bye. Bye bye.